Kirk, we understand that although Kaleris is a relatively new company, you've combined some pretty impressive solutions that have been leaders in their industries for quite some time. Can you tell us a little bit about what makes Kaleris brand?
Yeah, sure, Marina. First of all, thank you for having us and thank you for doing this. It's a pleasure to meet you and pleasure to be here. We're very excited about Kaleris and the brand. We back about 2 years ago, when this show was happening about 2 years ago, we bought our first company. It was a company called Pink, and they do yard management systems. It's one of the leading providers of yard management systems in the supply chain execution space. And then shortly after that, we acquired a company called Ship Express, which is a rail industrial shipper TMS software provider. And then shortly after that, we acquired a company called RailcarRx, which does maintenance and repair software for rail cars. So those were the three kind of original companies that make up Kaleris that we've rebranded as part of the Kaleris family. And you're right, they were all at least 10 years old in terms of doing business. So long-standing brands in the supply chain software business.
So Kaleris has a strong focus on supply chain execution. What is it that truly sets Kaleris apart from other supply chain solutions in the market today?
Well, I think we're a unique platform in that now that we've brought these companies together, the software actually talks to one another, and we have the ability to combine the data that comes out of those systems to provide increasing levels of visibility for our customers. So that visibility allows us to solve even more supply chain challenges for our customers. So I think it's unique in that we're coming at solving these problems from the supply chain execution, like day of operations, mission critical software. Like our software helps our companies run their business to provide even additional levels of visibility, optimization, and execution.
So what are the biggest supply chain challenges that you're solving for your customers today?
Well, it's just that, the analytics, the visibility, and optimization. So a lot of companies have gone from using paper and pen to manually do some of their daily supply chain execution activities. And now it's kind of that next level of information that comes out of the system. What other challenges could we solve? And then going deeper into these, our customer organizations in terms of different sites, different facilities. So in the yard management product, for example, we have over 300 large industrial shippers, warehouses, and distribution facilities. And many of those customers only have a few of their yards on our system. So we're working with those customers to deploy the software further across the enterprise. So that's one of the biggest challenges that we have now in terms of going deeper into our customer organizations and providing even more value than what they're seeing today.
So one thing that's pretty intriguing is that you currently offer solutions for both sides of the yard. It finished a good solution for truck yards, which is a large concern for many in the MODEX community. But you also offer another level of yard and transload management that serves shippers who are dealing with liquids and bulk materials. How does this impact the type of customers you can serve holistically versus where other YMS solutions may be limited?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the second business that we bought, the industrial shipper business that has a comprehensive TMS product, primarily deals on the rail side. So a lot of the materials inbound, for example, at our shipper locations are bulk materials, like you say. And so we're able to have higher levels of conversations within our customers about not only what's happening in their truck yard, what's happening for inbound raw materials, and then combining that information to really help them lower their overall transportation. So one of the reasons we're excited about the order that we were able to invest in these businesses is there was a lot of customer overlap already. So we've had some real success in all three of our major products in terms of selling across customers that we share that we get.
So we saw that you also recently added intermodal maintenance and repair solutions to your asset management portfolio. How will this impact shippers today?
So obviously, we're excited about that acquisition and the partnership that we have with Buckeye. So we bought their software business, which was, like you said, a maintenance and repair component for intermodal containers, chassis, and other types of intermodal equipment. So obviously, there's a lot of challenges in the intermodal supply chain in general, the container supply chain, if you will. And many of our customers across our installed base of customers and the market that we're serving need to repair their intermodal containers, and that means that we can run through that system. So if you're in the intermodal supply chain or in the container supply chain in general, many of these inland terminals, which some of our other software serves, need maintenance and repair functionality. So we're adding that in as kind of a product tuck-in to allow us to provide more value for those customers. So if you are in the intermodal supply chain, generally, there's some point that you may be responsible for repairing those assets. So that software helps do that.
So word on the street is you're launching a pretty exciting solution this week that will also offer relief for those utilizing rail for shipments. Can you tell us a little bit more about Accessorial charge management solution?
Yeah, this has been a long-term problem in the industry. We're excited to have a new offering around, particularly the merge side of that product. So I actually started my career at a railroad long time ago at this point, but even then, demurrage battles between shippers who use the railroad and the railroads really were a key tension point between shippers and the railroad. Their carriers, their serving carriers. And the problem was there was no central spot or central truth of what's actually happening with the assets. And obviously, the longer the assets sit, the higher the merge goes. So every month there's a big battle over what the cost actually were. So our system, not just emerge, but other accessorial fees, allows that kind of central point of truth or what's actually happening with the assets and what the charges actually are. And we found that it really eliminates that end of the month negotiation in terms of what the bills should actually be, and ultimately allows both parties, the carriers and the shippers, to actually have an economic exchange that's accurate instead of having to fight about it. So we're excited about it, and I hope it solves a big problem. It is a big problem, and I hope it provides.
So Kaleris is hosting a webinar this week. Please tell us more about that session and where people can go to register.
It's on accessorial management, so it'll be an interesting opportunity for us to introduce the software to our customers. So if you're a shipper and have a problem with accessorial charges, I'd love for you to attend the webinar.
Perfect. So what's next for Kaleris? What can we expect any more mergers and acquisitions in the near
absolutely.
future?
A big part of what we're doing, a big part of our value creation for our company and our shareholders is additional M&A. So we're excited about looking at other areas to add to the business that we already have to provide more value to our customers, similar customer segmentation. There's all kinds of opportunities that we're looking at. We have a sister company called Navis, which is the largest terminal operating system provider in the world. They have over 100 ports and terminals all over the world, and we're working right now to combine Navis and Kaleris. So there'll be more information over the next few months coming out in the market on how we're integrating those businesses and why it makes even more sense to have Kaleris and Navis together.